and 9 Central.
Not a bad night weather-wise across the region here. Temperatures chilly but not ice cold there. Well, more weather details coming up at 11.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Kevin Hodge. Tonight on your WZMQ 19 News, we hear more from a volunteer victim advocate, with April being recognized as Sexual Assault Awareness Month. Plus, we'll have some of the key takeaways from tonight's Marquette County Board meeting. And the ceasefire between the United States and Iran has been extended. We'll have the latest from Washington, D.C. Your 19 News at 11 starts now.
Live from the UP, this is WZMQ 19 News at 11.
Welcome in. A first look at your forecast. We're going to continue with some sunshine and some warmth for tomorrow. Very fitting for Earth Day. Mid to upper 50s here in Marquette, but we'll get up to the mid to upper 60s into some other northern portions, even some 70s down towards the southern UP. So we'll have sunshine throughout the entire day, perfect for you to get outside and enjoy everything that the beautiful planet of Earth has to offer. But I'll have more in your forecast in just a few short minutes.
Kelly, thank you very much. The month of April is nationally recognized as Sexual Assault Awareness Month. Our Escanaba Bureau reporter Lily Simmons sat down with a victim advocate to learn more about what constitutes sexual assault and what survivors should know.
Commonly symbolized by teal ribbons, sexual assault is defined as any instance of a victim being touched in a way they don't want to be without consent. A volunteer victim advocate for Tri-County Safe Harbor since 2013, Jen Peterson says it happens more often than most people would assume.
Sometimes people are expecting this huge attack where somebody's found out in the street. It doesn't have to be that way. It sometimes happens on a date. You voluntarily went out with somebody willingly. You were looking forward to it, and then it was taken to a point that you didn't want it to go.
Sexual assault can be committed by anyone, but locally, Peterson says it's typically someone the victim knows.
It's almost never a stranger. I think there's been one time where it was someone that she didn't know. The rest of the time it's acquaintance assault.
Some might think that an immediate reaction to a sexual assault would be to report it. However, reporting sexual assault comes with its own set of fears and concerns.
They're afraid of the person coming back after them. Maybe the person threatened them. Sometimes people are afraid of their partner finding out this happened. Are they going to think that I encouraged this? Sometimes they're worried about being blamed. Maybe they had been drinking or flirting even, and then they think, well, I made a mistake, I let them believe this or that.
And while a desire not to report is understandable, victims are encouraged to do so.
We can't change what happened. We can help you move forward and heal and get the support that you need, regardless of whether or not you proceed with prosecution.
Victims have several options for seeking that support: calling 911, visiting the hospital for an evaluation and evidence collection, or contacting the Tri-County Safe Harbor. And Peterson says it's helpful to remember that victims are the ones in control of how their situation moves forward.
We've got some great collaboration between responding departments, so there's a consistency in the services. There are people in the community who understand how scary it is and how overwhelming it can be, but we do have resources available to fully support a victim and help them get on the path to healing.
Reporting in Escanaba, Lily Simmons, WZMQ 19 News.
Now to new developments in Marquette County's takeover of FBO operations at Marquette County Sawyer Regional Airport. Our own John Truitt gives us his report from tonight's Marquette County Board meeting.
One of two lawsuits related to the county taking over fixed-based operations has been thrown out in federal court. United States District Judge Robert Jonker dismissed the case, stating the plaintiff, local business owner Mark Hangen, failed to prove their due process claim.
Federal judge threw it out, couldn't be more pleased. Staff was actually here today. That trucks are there, fuel's there, employees are trained, everybody's signed off, contracts are in place with all the airlines, it's all ready to go.
Also on the agenda was an announcement that a judgment had been reached in a class action lawsuit in which the county was involved.
We don't know what that actual number is. We just know that the settlement agreement with all of the counties in the opioid lawsuit was a large number.
According to DeRocha, the money, whatever the amount, will be put to good use.
We can help assist with addiction issues, and you know, those are stark realities of what we're faced with when it comes to you know, the addiction issues that are caused by this.
Also on the agenda tonight was a public hearing about a wastewater treatment facility proposed for K.I. Sawyer.
Keeping, well, one, the drinking water safe and the sewage system safe and updated is very important to the infrastructure and the people that are at Sawyer.
In Marquette, John Truitt, WZMQ 19 News.
A Michigan House subcommittee is taking up a plan to tighten how courts oversee people who manage other people's money under guardianship and conservatorship. Under the bills, conservators and professional guardians would face new rules on how quickly they have to report money changes, including a requirement to alert courts within 14 days if they discover significant new assets. The proposal also limits how much control guardians can directly exercise over an estate, generally capping that at $25,000 without court involvement. Lawmakers say the changes are designed to close off opportunities for financial mismanagement and keep more oversight in the hands of judges.
It's about dignity, accountability, and trust. When the state appoints someone to care for another person's well-being, including their finances, we have a responsibility to ensure they're protected.
The measures are still moving through committee and would need more negotiations before they head back to the full House for a vote. The ceasefire between the U.S. and Iran was set to expire in the next day. Now, less than 24 hours after suggesting he would not extend the ceasefire, President Trump says he will extend the deadline in the hopes Iran and the U.S. can reach a deal. Jesse Mitchell has the latest.
On Tuesday afternoon, President Trump took to social media to announce the U.S. will extend its ceasefire with Iran until discussions are concluded, quote, one way or the other. This comes as the original two-week ceasefire was set to expire Wednesday. Vice President J.D. Vance is still in Washington, postponing a trip to Pakistan for in-person talks with Iran, but the regime has said potential negotiations have been derailed in recent days by the U.S. seizure of an Iranian ship and by what Tehran has called America's non-serious approach to diplomacy. In an interview with CNBC, President Trump suggested before extending the ceasefire, he had been leaning toward dropping more bombs on Iran.
I expect to be bombing because I think that's a better attitude to go in with, but you know, we're ready to go. I mean, the military is raring to go.
Democrats argue Trump's rhetoric is hurting the U.S.'s chances of securing a deal.
I mean, everyone seems to think that Trump has some sort of mad genius to what he's doing. It seems to me like he's just an arrogant egotist popping off in ways that aren't well thought out and don't advance any sort of strategic plan.
When talks do resume, reopening the Strait of Hormuz is a top priority, as is curbing Iran's nuclear program. Amidst ongoing uncertainty in the region, fuel prices remain high.
So I would hope that both sides stay at the table and work hard to get this thing done, because the end result is when you do things erratically, as the president has done it, the American people suffer.
A third U.S. aircraft carrier is now on its way to the Middle East to join around 50,000 U.S. forces already deployed there.
The Trump administration says it's making progress in modernizing the nation's aging air traffic control system. Speaking in Washington today, Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy says his department has already installed new surface awareness systems at 54 airports to help track planes on the tarmac and replaced about 50% of the old copper wires in the air traffic control system with high-speed fiber lines. Secretary Duffy said more funds will be needed for critical software upgrades to help ease congestion and detect traffic issues.
It's going to take us time to develop it, deploy it, debug it, train on it. And so getting that software started now, hopefully as our build completes with all of the infrastructure, we'll have the technology of the software ready to meet up and in 2.5 years, have a brand new system for America to use.
The overhaul comes amid recent close calls at the nation's airports. In Nashville on Saturday, the FAA says air traffic control instructions placed 2 Southwest planes on a collision course with one another before the pilots received onboard safety alerts. Kelly Rowland has your first warning weather forecast after the break. Plus, a longtime board member for the Negaunee Public Library is recognized for 45 years of service. And we have more details on the Marquette County bookstores that are banding together to help celebrate Independent Bookstore Day. We'll hear the special deals they're offering after this.
19 News is brought to you by Kirkish Furniture.
Join LJ Aesthetic Studio for a facial balancing and injectables consult Thursday, April 23rd in Manistee and Friday, April 24th in Gladstone. Spots are limited and fill up fast. Call 906-553-4888 today.
It's Earth Month in the Upper Peninsula. Small actions make a big impact. Recycle 906 accepts cans, cardboard, plastics, and more, helping keep the UP clean and thriving. This Earth Month, recycle smarter. See what we accept at recycle906.com.
Houghton's the spot where we get all 4 seasons, the snow, the shine, everything in between. So the shoes are everything. You know, what you have is going to help you perform better, perform longer, stay injury-free longer. Whether you're a runner, walker, or you're just looking for a shoe to get yourself through the day, we'll take an extensive approach to finding the shoe that's right for you. Whatever surface that you're going to be on, we've got you covered.
Pure Outdoor is the first program dedicated to increasingly popular outdoor and eco sports. Individual and adventurous. Journey to the world's most exotic, breathtaking locations. Pure Outdoor.
The Shortlist, a countdown show that's all sports. Only from SSN, the Cindy Sports Network.
Join LJ Aesthetic Studio for a facial balancing and injectables consult Thursday, April 23rd in Manistee and Friday, April 24th in Gladstone. Spots are limited and fill up fast. Call 906-553-4888 today.
Now, from the 19 News Forecast Center, this is WZMQ 19 First Warning Weather with meteorologist Kelly Rowland.
And welcome back, getting you prepared for your Wednesday. This is no ordinary Wednesday. Tomorrow is Earth Day, so we're talking about some more facts leading up to the day. Tomorrow, maybe just some dinner table fun facts, just things to think about on the 56th anniversary of Earth Day. Now, on Earth Day, the rotation around itself is 23 hours, 56 minutes, and 4 seconds, just shy of 24 hours itself. An Earth year is a little bit more than 365 days. It's 365 days and 5 hours. So to make up for that extra time, because it does accumulate over the years, and it roughly equals 24 hours every 4 years. So that's why we have a leap year. The next one is in 2028. And if we didn't have it, then in 100 years, summer would start in July. Lots of different things would be thrown off by it. But now some things that you can do to protect the planet, which doesn't affect the leap year at all, but you can do some things like reduce, reuse, recycle. Tomorrow, try to conserve water as best as you can. Maybe go thrift shopping instead of the big department stores. Plant a tree, use long-lasting light bulbs, educate others. That's a big thing too. If you do something and then you suggest it to do for someone else to do, those little things can add up to something beautiful to all help the planet. So just some things to keep in mind for tomorrow. We rounded off today though at 58 degrees and that average is 49. So another nice and comfortable day, and we'll continue those conditions for tomorrow. We have those continuing little tiny flood advisories. These are just for some creeks and some streams around the area still from some flooding issues with snow melt, but the good thing is we're not going to add a lot of extra rainfall here on your first warning weather futurecast, and we'll have sunny skies all day for tomorrow. It's a great opportunity to try to get out and enjoy, because sunshine and above average temperatures from what we should be seeing is not a thing that happens every day here across the UP, so really take advantage of it for your Earth Day. The majority of the rain does hold off until late Thursday, and we're tracking some rain for Thursday and maybe even into Friday. There is going to be some very very active weather throughout the Midwest here once we get towards Thursday. So that means for our neck of the woods at this point, just half of the UP is going to be under a general thunderstorm risk for Thursday. So that's a 0 out of 5 from the Storm Prediction Center. And this could change. We could maybe get that level 1 marginal risk into the area. So I'll keep an eye on it. But at this point, there may be a few rumbles of thunder, probably just going to be some general thunderstorms at this point for Thursday. The winds are on the nice and calm side for the overnight and for most of the day. For tomorrow, should see very calm winds, probably 10 miles per hour or less. Even when they do start to increase, though, the majority of the direction will be from the south, so it will help to keep things on the mild, more temperate side of things and keeping things nice and comfortable for you if you want to get out and enjoy. We're flatline, though, for the rain chances, very low. Again, can't stress it enough. Get outside and enjoy a really nice day for your Earth Day for tomorrow. Cloud covers increase, though, for your Friday and some clearing skies into the weekend.
Kelly, thank you again. The Friends of the Negaunee Public Library held a reception today in honor of Al Sundin. He served the Negaunee Library and its patrons for 45 years, from 1980 to 2025. Sundin is also a retired Negaunee High School teacher. Many of his former students and library colleagues showed up to thank him for his years of service. He believes libraries are at the heart of any community.
I think it's invaluable for our community to have a vibrant, great library. And I'm so proud of everybody who works so hard to keep it going.
With Sundin's retirement, the Negaunee Public Library now has a rare opening on its library board of directors. Thousands of bookstores across the country will be celebrating National Independent Bookstore Day this Saturday. This includes 4 Marquette County bookstores collaborating to help spread the joys of shopping local. WZMQ's Andrew Hans has more.
This Saturday might just be one of the biggest days of the year for local bookstores nationwide. At downtown Marquette's Snowbound Books, Bromley's Books, and Read My Lips, with this year's official edition of Ishpeming's Bats Amore, bookworms will have their chances at deals, giveaways, and fun themes inside each stop.
The thing that's really special is, even though it's a nationwide event, every indie bookstore has their own unique flair and their own unique parties and styles.
Some of these themes include Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, as Snowbound celebrates 42 years of business.
If you know, you know, 42 is the answer to the life, the universe, and everything. So we're going to have a couple themed goodies around that, some Hitchhikers themed items.
And an Alice in Wonderland Mad Hatter's Tea Party at Bromley's Books, celebrating its 1-year anniversary.
So we're going to be dressing up, we have costumes, we have a ton of themed decor. We're going to turn this place into Wonderland.
Read My Lips will also hold a set of unique sales with free book deals after spending $25, $50, or $100.
Yeah, it's just a great turnout just to celebrate indie bookstores, and we have a lot of fun. We're also going to be having a lot of discounts, which we usually don't do. So it's another big reason to come out and shop.
15 miles over, Bats Amore is holding a few individual events on top of Bookstore Day, including a bat portrait contest and some other once-in-a-year opportunities.
If you buy a stack of books that is taller than Bat, you can get your choice of a canned drink out of the fridge. I also have punch cards, so for every $5 you spend on a normal day, you get 1 punch. On Saturday, you'll get 2.
From 10 until 6, if each spot is visited, there will be a chance to enter into a raffle for a combined gift basket from all 4 stores. In Marquette County, Andrew Hans, WZMQ 19 News.
Mike Ludlam has your sports highlights. When we come back, we'll have the action from tonight's high school baseball matchup between Gladstone and Escanaba. That and more after this.
Ready for more fun? The Michigan Lottery has double the number of cash pop drawings. Just match one number. Yep, just one. From 1 to 15. If your number drops, you can win up to $5,000. That's cash pop from the Michigan Lottery.
At the MicroWorks Foundation, we help people get the training they need to land an AI-proof 6-figure job. Here in Michigan, that means plumbers, electricians, welders, pipe fitters, mechanics, linemen, HVAC techs, and so many other high-paying opportunities that don't require a 4-year degree. We've set aside millions of dollars to help train people who want to learn a skill that's in demand. If that sounds like you, apply today for a work ethic scholarship at microworks.org.
It's time to play, y'all.
You eat them for breakfast.
We don't eat cereal. Wednesday, Elizabeth Banks.
I saw you did something that we both have done, though. You went up with a fighter jet.
You're upside down and rolling.
You're basically riding a rocket. My husband, as he was saying goodbye to me, he was like, don't be a hero.
Enjoy the ride. Plus, Billy Magnuson.
It's like therapy session.
Kelly's all new.
The Kelly Clarkson Show, tomorrow at 5 on WZMQ CBS. Watch the Medical Minute, Thursdays at 6 and 11, only on 19 News. Brought to you by OSF Healthcare.
Get huge spring savings at Menards. All prices are value after rebate. 10-inch hanging flower baskets are only $6.99. Pick up a 5-quart jug of motor oil for just $16.99. An 18 by 30-inch utility mat is only $2.99. A 3-piece utility knife set, just $3.99. Hurry, these great deals won't last long. Sign up for Menards emails to get the weekly flyer plus exclusive daily flash sales right to your inbox.
Save big money at Menards.
Escanaba reporter Lily Simmons on WZMQ 19 News.
Good evening, everyone. It's the Battle of Delta County in high school baseball. Gladstone visits Escanaba. The Eskimos had really good pitching in this one, so let's go to Al Ness Field in Escanaba. Pick it up with Connor Arndt on the mound for Escanaba, and he's going to say, see you later to that Gladstone batter. Cooper Sandville also doing a nice job on the mound for the Braves. He gets a strikeout right there. We move to the bottom of the fourth inning, a walk and a sacrifice bunt. Max Leduc in the batter's box. He's going to pop this one, the shallow left field. Out of the reach of Brave shortstop Nick Prohl. Run scores on the play, and Escanaba has a 1-0 lead. To the fifth, Arndt still clapping and clipping along. He gets another strikeout. Escanaba still in front, 1-0. Now in the bottom of the sixth inning, Bryce Bickler with his third hit of the game. And Brian Boudelier will cross the plate, and the Eskimos are back in business. Brody Eisen joins the hit parade in this good inning for the orange and black. This one's going to right center field. Bickler will score on the plate, and the Escanaba Eskimos have a 5-0 advantage. Graham Johnson would step in next. He's going to get his second double of the game. A couple more runs are going to score, and Escanaba ends up winning 10-0 in 6 innings. Cannon Arndt threw a perfect game for the Eskimos, 18 up, 18 down, 9 strikeouts, and he still had 44 pitches left had there been a 7th inning.
Felt really good today. Just fastball and cutter today, honestly. They couldn't really hit my fastball that good today, so I just kept on throwing fastballs and got the job done. The perfect game doesn't happen when those guys are not out there, and you got Lennox making those 2 good plays at first, and then you got the bunt that McCain got too, so that was really big for me.
The Eskimos have home games tomorrow and Thursday against Kingsford and Negaunee, respectively. To the scoreboard, Barker Harris takes 2 from Manistee, 8-7 and 13-12. Cole Watchorn with a grand slam for the Emeralds in game 2, but Caleb Davis of the Broncos had the game-winning hit. Coleman and Menominee split 2. Coleman 4-2. The Maroons bounce back 10-0. It was Norway outscoring Crivets 17-13. Westwood edges Kingsford 8-7. And Mellon drops Iron Mountain 13-3. On the softball side, Escanaba takes 2 from Marquette, 11-0 and 14-4. Gladstone, no trouble with Menominee, 13-2 and 16-1. Kingsford defeats Calumet 13-3. Then the Copper Kings flip it in the second game, 13-3. And Manistee gets the twin bill from Munising, 11-1 and 15-0. Well, the high school track season has finally hit Marquette County. 8 teams in a meet today at the Sentinels Field. That is Terrence Nolan of Houghton clearing this attempt in the high jump. He finished third at 5:10. Kingsford's Matthew Sundquist also made 5:10. He won based on fewer misses. To the 110-meter hurdles, you're looking at lane 4 in the middle of your screen. That's Jacob Norman of Marquette, 15.81 seconds. Kingsford's Sid Olson was next with Negaunee's Cole Peckrell in third. Go to the 100-meter dash. We ended up with 12 heats. Toward the right in black, white, and a little orange, Samuel Rafa Houghton first in 11.3. Marquette's Ford Richardson 11.42. And Marquette also took third. Roth also won the 200 and was third in the discus. Richardson captured the 300 hurdles. You're looking at the 1,600-meter run. That needed 2 heats in the boys' case. Marquette's Welly Fillmore broke away from the pack to win in 4 minutes, 52.14 seconds. Kingsford's Blake Tomasowski was second, just under 5 minutes. So was William Lindsay of Marquette in third. To the board, where Marquette wins it with 148. Houghton was second, 105, followed by Kingsford. Negaunee had 75.33, which apparently does not work in our system, and Westwood was fifth with 34. To the girls, Negaunee's Sadie Rogers off to a good start this season in the 100 hurdles, crossing the line first at 16.76. Her teammate Addie Dank was second at 18.24. Marquette's Chloe Jackson was third. Rogers also won the 300 hurdles. 100 dash, this time you're looking left in red. That's Marquette's Jordan Anthony, 12.92. Negaunee took places 2, 3, and 4. Anthony won the 200 dash. The 1,600-meter run probably will be dominated this season by Marquette's Ella Fury. The Grand Valley State recruit easily pulled away from the pack and crossed the line in 5 minutes, 26.30 seconds. Kingsford's Maria Mulfrich was the runner-up about 18 seconds later, and the Sentinel's Emma Ziegler was third. Fury also won the 800. Mulfrich took the 3,200. To the numbers here, Negaunee gets over 200, winning the title. Marquette next, followed by Kingsford and Houghton tying for third, and Superior Central was fifth. Delta County track meet today on the boys' side. Gladstone, your winner, getting help from Vince DeAgostino, winning the 100, 200, and a relay. Andrew Carl was second in the 100 and 200, but he won the pole vault. Rapid River was next, then it was Escanaba. Andrew Hamlin won the 400 long jump and set a school record in the high jump at 6 feet 6. Mark River Harris was fourth. Johnny McDonough won both hurdles races. Mid-Peninsula fifth. For the girls, Gladstone, your winner, with Maggie Carl taking the 100 hurdles and high jump. Escanaba was the runner-up. Ava Akerley won the 1,600, a relay, and was second in the 400 and 800. It was Mark River Harris third, Rapid River fourth, and Destiny Blue won the 100 and 200 and was second in the high jump for fifth place. Big Bay to knock. Boys high school tennis, it was Westwood edging Iron Mountain 5-3. Michigan Tech has announced Eric Gruber is the 10th head coach of the Michigan Tech women's basketball program. Gruber comes to Tech from NCAA Division I, Southern Illinois Edwardsville, where he was an assistant women's basketball coach for the past 3 seasons. Prior to that, Gruber was an assistant at Parkside during the 2022-2023 season. Gruber also has experience at Coe College and Loras College, both in Iowa. Turning to NMU Sports Awards, those were announced today. The whole list is on our website. For the Gildo Canale Outstanding Senior Award, Dylan Keel of the NMU basketball team for the men, Hannah Costamo of the women's soccer team. The MVPs were Dylan Keel of men's basketball and Josie Lakoski of lacrosse, and the coach of the year was Jenny Ryan. So congratulations to all. Again, a long list. Catch it on our website. Lacrosse today, NMU played a good first half, but it did not work out. Indianapolis won this one 20-7. Turning to baseball, the Tigers and the Brewers. And this is not a night for the Tigers to remember, and the Brewers would say thank you very much. Sal Frelick, a base hit in the inning, gets Garrett Mitchell around the score, 1-0 Milwaukee. We'll keep it short and sweet. Brewers go on to win 12-4. The Tigers highlight Jake Rogers, the catcher, pitches a pretty good 9th inning. And we will be right back.
From now through April at Fox Negaunee Chevrolet GMC, lease a 2026 Chevrolet Equinox 2LT all-wheel drive for $400 a month for 36 months. Together, let's drive. Fox Negaunee Chevrolet GMC. Experience the difference.
Shop hundreds of Lazy Boys at Kirkish Furniture in Houghton. Kick back in comfort in an industry-leading recliner. Choose from all fabrics, colors, and sizes with prices starting as low as $4.99 plus free delivery. Shop Kirkish Furniture in Houghton today.
My family's been in business for 70 plus years. We really needed to stress that this is not just a running store. Our running shoes are good for everybody.
It's about the people out in the community who are in the workforce. All those people really benefit from the proper footwear and structure that a running shoe can provide.
They might come in limping, almost like a miracle, walk out of here dancing. It's more than shoes. There's a caring that doesn't exist in a lot of businesses anymore.
Pure Outdoor is the first program dedicated to increasingly popular outdoor and eco sports. Pure Outdoor.
Get supplier pricing on all new Chevrolet Silverado 1500 trucks now through April at Fox Nagani Chevrolet GMC. Supplier pricing for all on new 2026 Silverado 1500 trucks at Fox Nagani Chevrolet GMC. Together, let's drive.
Tonight's sports is brought to you by the Window Store.
Andersen brand products are #1 in quality, and the Window Store is your local Andersen expert for installation and service of all Andersen windows and doors. From showroom to your home, Andersen Windows and Doors at the Window Store. Andersen is the #1 trusted window and door brand. The Window Store is the Upper Peninsula's clear choice for windows and doors. Now that's a perfect fit. From showroom to your home, Andersen Windows and Doors at the Window Store.
And a final check of our forecast here. We have lots of sunshine on your way across the entire Upper Peninsula for your Wednesday. Also Earth Day, so it may be a bit chilly to start off the morning here into the mid to upper 30s. We'll quickly raise those temperatures up though with the sunshine being consistent, nice and calm winds even from the east. It's really not going to cool things down at all. We will have some above average temperatures for everyone here. Perfect for anything you want to do. Go take that walk outside. Get a sweet treat at night, whatever you want to do to celebrate Earth Day. Just make sure we're thinking about the planet a little extra and taking some extra care of it for tomorrow. 70s for Iron River, Iron Mountain, even out to Ironwood, close to the mid 70s here. The good news is we'll have some seasonal temperatures over the next 6 to 10 days, so we're not expecting a major cool down or a major warm up, so we'll kind of keep status quo here for the majority of the week, and we'll keep things nice and dry for the next few days. I'll be tracking some scattered showers for Thursday. Going into Friday, make sure to come right back here tomorrow for the latest update.
Kelly, thank you again. Mike, you got anything extra tonight?
Well, the Pistons play tomorrow.
They do.
And they need to play better, obviously, than they did on Sunday. Jalen Duren only had 8 points, only took 4 shots, so have to credit the Magic defense for doing something right there. Of course, the NFL draft is on Thursday, and if I was just reading correctly, the Green Bay Packers do not have a first-round choice at the moment for the first time since 1986. My goodness gracious. So don't know what the Packers going to be looking for. Lions, defense.
Probably.
And maybe an offensive lineman, but nothing out of the ordinary for that.
All right, Mike, thank you very much. Thank you all for tuning in. That's it for now. We'll catch you back here tomorrow at 6/5 Central.
Up to 50% off list prices during the spring home sale at Slumberland Furniture. Elevate your living room with this Ashley 2-piece set, a leather sofa, and the rocker recliner for just $9.79. Get this Ashley sofa for just $3.99. Or a comfy 2-piece sectional for just $8.99. Fresh deals in every department. Plus, a Sealy Queen mattress for just $4.99.